Welcome to a casted game of Age of Empires 4, and we're back with our boy Aussie Drongo here, spawning in the right hand side of the map in the color blue, playing his classic Chinese. They're going to be opening up there with the mill next to the town center, going to be supervising that up, also chopping there the 50 wood, going to be building the mill right there, and then the wood will be dropped off at the mill. Going to be opening up with just the one scout, not going for the two scouts on this map. His opponent spawning in the left-hand side of the map in the color purple. It's going to be Kim Jong-9 playing as the Holy Roman Empire. Now, Aussie's going to be in for a little bit of trouble here because, as we do know, the Holy Roman Empire does still favor this matchup. I mean, we are on the map Altai, however, and I mean, pretty decent spawn here for us. They got the two forward wood lines here, which means it can be relatively easy to wall up here. Sometimes it can be a bit of a punishment having two forward wood lines, but most of the time it's beneficial as you can get up those walls. But obviously, if you're up against a civilization like the Mongols, where they love to tower rush, it can be a little bit trickier to have two forward wood lines. But definitely a good spawn here for Aussie. We can see going to be building that house going onto the gold mine then. So not going with the village opening that we do see many players like Crackedy go for. I mean, that's sort of a very standard build order that we've been seeing, but not going to be the case this time. Drongo looking to move out now onto the gold, and he's going to be supervising that mill up as well. Over here for Kim Jong-9, he's going to be gathering up that deer on the mill here, so he can have a nice little spot for his prelate. Going to be supervising up both the deer and the gold miners right there. And he's also got some villagers here on the sheep as well, which is a little bit odd. I'm surprised he doesn't just rally them out here. He's got to do a little bit more micro now to try and just keep them all inspired up. But we'll take a look, see how many sheep these players have got. We can see Kim going to be... He's got 5 sheep right there, making a nice little loop around the map. Whereas for Drongo here, sticking towards his side of the base more. I mean, he's going to need to bring back sheep as he's not gone onto the deer. He can't send his scout as far away as we saw Kim do. But Drongo now looking to move out onto the lumber camp already. And we can see he's not too far away from his first landmark. We can see Kim actually over gathering on the food a little bit. I mean, this is probably because he's on the deer. The deer, of course, do gather faster. So you're gonna have, if you're playing like a normal build order, but you're just using deer instead of sheep, I can see how this would very easily happen. But the Archon Chapel is going to be the landmark of choice. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. I really wish we would see the mine work more, to be honest. I mean, I love that landmark. I think it's a cool landmark. But I do feel like it needs some more buffs. Or maybe the Archon needs some nerfs. But at this point in time, I don't think the Holy Roman Empire need any nerfs. But we can see that's a lot of bills moving out. 9 villagers on the Archon Chapel. Wow, he really wants to get up this landmark. That's definitely... Yeah, definitely an interesting choice, rushing up this landmark like that. But Aussie's going to be aging up as well. 3 villagers on the Imperial Academy here. Again, not something that we see too often. Usually it's just the one villager on the Imperial Academy. That's what we usually see a lot of players do. But Drongo opting to get up this landmark a little bit faster. Maybe looking to get out an Imperial official from this landmark a little bit earlier than other players would. And the prelate probably going to be jumping in the Archon Chapel as soon as it's completed. And there we go. More villagers going to be hopping back over to the gold there. And we're going to have to see if Drongo looks to put on any sort of Age 2 pressure here. Maybe with a stable. Just a couple horsemen can always do quite a bit of idle time for the Holy Roman Empire player. I mean, even if you force a tower of them, that can delay their fast castle that they love to do so often quite significantly. But it doesn't seem like Drongo wants to be doing any of that quite yet. Probably going to be going for his Song Dynasty first off. You can see, we'll flip this to the villagers. 12 villagers still sit on the supervised food right there. Also got 3 villagers on with the wood line here as well. I'd expect a... actually, no, we don't... No village yet. Another house has been put down. Okay, so it's quite interesting to see, and we can see now the supervision has been moved over to the lumber camp. A lumber camp and a mill going to be supervised at this point in time. Probably going to be going for a second town center. No one on the stone quite yet. And then we can see the prelate is inside of that Archon Chapel. It's a pretty decent Archon Chapel, I'll be honest. I mean, you got the wood line, you got the deer. I mean, not a lot of deer left, but and you got the gold. It's not terrible at all. You can see And now a stable is going to be dropped down in age 2 for Kim. So, I mean, he's not going to be too far off aging. We can see it's going to be going for that fast castle, but maybe he looks to add in just maybe a horseman in age 2, just to try and put a little bit of pressure on maybe. But we can see the Barbican is coming down from Aussie at this nice forward position. I mean, it's a really nice spawn for him here. I mean, like the Barbican's securing up this whole forward area, and he only needs to wall off this little bit here, and he'll be pretty safe. But I would expect this for Kim to be just preparation for age 3 when he gets out his his knights. But I mean, yeah, Aussie's going to be able to wall this up really nicely. You can see he's moved down to the stone now. Almost got enough wood in the bank, and he's almost there for the stone. Going to be supervising that up as well. How many Imperial officials does Aussie have at this point in time? Can we take a look? Is there somewhere we can see? I mean, I can see that there's 2 here, so I'd assume it's 2, but it's a shame we don't have anything on the overlay yet for like Imperial officials, the Vizier system, and the Rus bounty. I think that's the 3 things that we're missing. Kind of a shame that we don't have that yet, but I'm sure it's on its way. But we can see the Regnant's Cathedral going to be going up now for Kim. 10 villagers on that bad boy right there. We're probably going to see another stable up. I mean, we've only got the 1 villager on the wood at the moment. He might want to get a couple more, so that's not going to be a lot of production. But we can see prelates. No, have we only got the 1 prelate out from Kim? And it's still currently sitting in the... Okay, now finally moving out. I only got the 1 prelate, which is quite a surprise, and not even queuing another one up in the town center. I mean, usually at this point we see the Holy Roman Empire player at least having 2, so they can quickly grab those relics. So that's quite a surprise to me. But we can see Drongo going to be moving down with a villager here. So looking to do a little bit of walling. And it makes a lot of sense to do it on the edges here. Going to be, you know, that's, you know, 2 relics denied if you get up those walls. So that is what Drongo is going to be doing. Drongo sits here on the 2TC Song Dynasty. So the equivalent of 3 right there. Very nice for him. You might want to get a nice little wall up here. We can see he's doing that on the edges as well. Going to be securing up as many relics as he can. Kim going to be bringing back that first relic. And is he... I think he's just going to be sending it straight back to the Regnant's Cathedral. And I mean, you know, when you've got map control like this... I mean, I guess it's not really map control, but Drongo's just sitting in the back of his base right now. It would be so much better to just bring forward 1 villager, stick a tower down, like, even next to this sacred site. You'd secure up the deer as well, the gold, the boar. Stick the tower here, and stick the relic inside. I mean, it was right next to it. Not only would that save you a little bit of a trip, but that tower, if you grab the springled emplacement, it would be securing up so much of this mid-map positioning. But it doesn't seem like that's what he's going to be doing for the time being. Just going to be sticking that relic inside of the Regnants, which is never what I like to see, to be honest. But we can see the prelate going to be moving out yet again. I'm not exactly sure where this one's off to. Maybe securing up the sacred site here. But we can see Drongo's done a pretty good job here of just walling up the map. Going to be securing up 1, 2, 3 relics. You can see that sacred site is going to be captured. We have the next relic coming in as well. Yeah, so Drongo's done a pretty good job here. I mean, 3 relics out of the 5. I mean, for now at least. We can see a bit of a quick wall coming in as a knight does... Oh, that's going to be 1 villager gone. Unfortunate for Drongo. Not a big deal though. I mean, when you're on this, when you're on 3 TCs, it's really not a big deal. Might be losing another one there. Drongo, you need to garrison them inside. There we go. And that knight is going to be going down. So probably worth it for Kim right there to take that trade. Unfortunate for Drongo, but not going to be a huge issue. I mean, really going to be booming away. But 2 relics are in for Kim. So that's going to be a nice 240 gold a minute. And we also have 2 barracks being dropped down behind this as well. Looking to go into some men-at-arms now. And we're going to have to see if Drongo looks to stick it out in age 2 here, or if he's going to be going for the castle age. And I think it is going to be the castle age. But I mean, you know, it could be tight for Drongo. I mean, we got lots of men-at-arms making their way onto the field now. And once these guys get their upgrades, if you get... Do we have a blacksmith down from Kim yet? Okay, is that... No, it's a market. Okay, no blacksmith yet, which is quite a surprise. I mean, you really want to get that iron undermesh upgrade. And then you can just run these bad boys into the enemy base, and you'll be pretty good. But Chinese do tend to do pretty well up against these early men-at-arms, mainly because of their gunshots that come from the town center. They do a lot of damage versus heavy units, which is quite nice for them. But Kim gonna be moving out now onto the board. Oh, well, maybe the berries first, but it seems like he wants to go for the board there. He could just pull the men-at-arms to try and take the fight. What is going on here? What's happened to this guy? He's on like roller skates. There we go. Back to normal. We can see Drongo is going to be going for that castle age, and he's got up some nice walls here, so that's going to buy him enough time. I mean, not a huge mass out of Kim quite yet to be able to burn this down in time and punish Drongo. We also have the Barbican here as well. So it's going to be the astronomical clock tower coming up for Drongo. We also have sacred sites being captured up for Kim as well. He's captured 2 up at the moment. And that's a nice passive 200 gold a minute right there. I'll very happily take that. But I mean, 2 relics in the bank doesn't feel too good. I mean, it's decent. You can see 320 gold a minute incoming right there. But, you know, you would really want to get at least that 3rd one. We can see Kim going to be starting to burn down these walls. I'm surprised. He's got quite a large mass out. We can see quite a few men-at-arms, quite a few knights. Yeah. He's only got the 1 men-at-arm down here burning down this palisade wall. And now Drongo's aged up. He's way ahead in villages. We see 30 villager advantage. A monastery going to be dropped down immediately for him. Really wants to capture up these relics before Kim is able to break through. Villagers being dropped down now as well. And do we see... Okay, so we got... Is that supervised? No, it's not. So it's the monastery that's being supervised right there by Drongo. But we got crossbow coming out. And, I mean, yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for Kim to try and survive these crossbow. I mean, he's going to need to add in something else, that is for sure. Maybe that's some horsemen. Maybe that's some siege. But, I mean, he's got a pretty nice positioning on the mid-map here. So, maybe getting a nice keep drop. I mean, he's currently got no stone in the bank at all. But going for a keep drop over here and then following that up with some siege might be nice. But we can see Kim has broken through here. So I think he might be able to grab this relic here. Drongo's going to have to be quick, but we can see he's going to be capturing up at least 2 of these relics. It's going to be very hard for Kim to try and capture those. But 3 in the bank for Kim. Going to be looking much, much better. We can see a blacksmith is down as well. Iron Under Mesh is in. Wedge Rivets, not quite yet. I mean, that's really the upgrade you want with the Holy Roman Empire. And Drongo's really starting to mass up these crossbow. Also adding in some palace guard as well. Only the 1 palace guard and some spearmen for the time being. We've got veterancy upgrades coming in for the spearmen as well. Maybe that palace guard was just a misclick. Not entirely sure. He's only got the 1. We can see Drongo did manage to return with that first relic. And now Kim looks to try and break down this palisade wall. Maybe Drongo, he's still chopping a little bit of stone here. I would expect that to be for some stone walls, possibly. It seems a little bit odd to only have 2 on here, but it makes a lot of sense if you just keep these on here for some stone walls later on. It's usually what I like to do. Just stick 1 villager on the stone, and then you've always got a steady flow of stone for some walls. But we can see here a couple of landsknecks are mixed in there for Kim as well. I mean, it's always nice to see. Drongo is going to need to micro down that landsknecht right there. Otherwise, that's going to be doing a lot of damage towards this composition that Drongo's got. We've also got a couple of horsemen being mixed in now as well. Drongo just going to be going for the quick wall here. Kim might be able to get through though. Oh, Drongo manages to get it up in time. But unfortunately, these walls aren't going to stay alive for too long. But the crossbow mass really starting to grow now. It does mean Kim does have to fall back for the time being. So nice play by Drongo, getting up that palisade wall in time. Going to be securing that up with a 2nd layer as well. Nesta B here as well. Okay, so that's a nice little bit of siege there that you're going to want up against some men-at-arms. I mean, it doesn't do the most damage, but I mean, men-at-arms do usually clump together pretty nicely. So having an STB or a mangonel does usually feel pretty effective up against them. But Drongo nearing the 100 villager mark. We see lots of STBs in the queue, lots of crossbow, and some palace guard now as well. And I mean, it's always nice to mix in a couple palace guard with the spearmen just for that tanking ability. However, up against the Holy Roman Empire, palace guard, yeah, I mean, any sort of men-at-arm up against the Holy Roman Empire just doesn't feel too good. I mean, Especially when, well, I mean, we don't actually have the upgrade in yet for Kim, but once he's got his heavy maces upgrade, it's really not a fight you want to be taking up against them. We can see the mass looking pretty decent for Kim right now. I mean, he's only at 50 villagers, but he has got 3 relics in. We see that third one finally coming in, and he's got 2 sacred sites behind this. And we can't forget Kim has got the map control right now, so he is on the boar, he is on the deer, so he's got a lot of efficient food sources, whereas for Drongo, not quite as efficient. We can see, I think, yeah, he's on the berries right now, which isn't exactly the best when you could be on a boar and deer, but we see that third sacred site going to be captured up for Kim now as well. Maybe looking to go for a little bit of a sacred victory, but I would assume just to be for the passive gold for the time being. It's always nice to get that extra gold income. And we can see Kim really struggling with the gold at the minute. Floating 1,000 food in the bank. And I mean, food is definitely the food source that you want lots of when you're going for heavy men-at-arms. But still no heavy maces upgrade in yet. I mean, that is quite surprising. But I guess if you see your opponent isn't going very heavy on the heavy unit front, I guess you may as well save that 250 gold and 100 food. Quite a few Landsknechts making their way on the field now as well. They'll be doing pretty decent up against the crossbow, but that's if they can get in range. Yeah, but 3 Nester Bees are out for Drongo, so that means the Landsknechts will, I think they get one shot by 3 Nester Bees, or it might be 4. I can't entirely remember. I did have a little look at Nester Bees versus Landsknechts at one point in time, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head now. But we see the third sacred site is captured. We got 9 minutes 15 seconds left on the clock. We also have another boar down here. Maybe we see Kim look to move out onto that boar. But we see more and more Nester Bees. Drongo looking to go very heavy with the Nester Bees. I mean, if you can get a nice volley off onto the men-at-arms and the Landsknechts and wipe out all the Landsknechts, I mean, that gives you a lot of hope for the crossbow mass that you've got. Finally, heavy maces upgrade is coming in for Kim. Gonna be making sure he's got all of his upgrades here. We'll take a look at his blacksmith upgrades as well. Got a second blacksmith down. He needs to grab his carbonization upgrade there as well. Really important upgrade when you're playing an only melee composition like this. But something else to bear in mind is have a look at this. We've also got some prelates. And it looks like Kim going to be moving out now with his cavalry mass, trying to do a bit of raiding, and Drongo might be in a little bit of trouble here. I mean, he's got a lot of stone in the bank. Maybe he looks to go for a little bit of a stone wall here. I mean, the stone wall here would be perfect, but I think it's too late at this point. The cavalry mass is in, but Drongo, he's got his army here prepared. We see 10 palace guard, 15 spearmen, and 29 crossbow. That's going to be enough to push this back. Still surprisingly, no stone walls down from Drongo. We got a little bit on the left here. And it looks like Kim going to be going for the stone walls on the right-hand side. But, oh, the outpost is going to be cancelling that out. And now we can see Drongo looking to be on the offensive now. He's looking to move out, and the keep is going up from Kim. Drongo might look to try and deny this, but we can see Kim's mass is very, very good here. And he's got his prelates in. And if we have a look at the regnants, we can see he's grabbing all of his upgrades here. I think he's grabbed the Inspired Warriors upgrade. Yeah, so these warriors are, or these prelates are going to be inspiring up all of these units. And it looks like that keep is going to be going up, but not going to be too hard for Drongo to try and get a couple trebuchets out. Obviously, with the astronomical clock tower, he's going to be able to get that relatively quickly. And we can see that outpost has been a real pain. And now Drongo looking to move out onto the wood line over here. I mean, that odd position right there. I'm not exactly sure what you're doing here. But we can see that stone wall has been denied. 6 minutes, 52 seconds left on the countdown right now. No stone walls on the left-hand side for Kim. We can see he has got a couple villagers here. Going for some towers. I mean, grabbing the Sprungel emplacement right there. This could be a bit of a problem for Drongo. I mean, yeah, villagers are going to be hopping inside of there as well. Fortified outpost coming in as well, but I think Drongo is going to be able to burn this down in time. And a big engagement going to be happening here on the front line. 5 Nester Bees going to be able to get some really nice shots off. That is a lot of damage onto the army right there. I mean, Drongo still doesn't have a big enough mass, but that's definitely some nice trades that you want to be taking right there. Horseman going to be running onto the Nester Bees. Probably not the best trade here for Drongo, but I mean, he's still got some very decent shots off. Barbican going to be helping out as well. Springald placement in on the Barbican. Crossbow and more Nesta Bees are on the way. But Drongo's army's just been completely wiped up there. I mean, sure, he got a couple nice shots off of the Nesta Bee, but was that really a fight he wanted to be taking? And we still got so many Predators on the backline here as well. This whole army is just going to be able to be healed up. Drongo's Nesta Bee just committing suicide right there. Not looking too good from at all. Knights in here as well. Going to be killing a couple villagers. I mean, villagers aren't really the big deal that Drongo needs right now. I mean, he's at 120. He's double the amount that Kim has. But the bigger issue for Drongo is this Sacred Site timer. I mean, we've only got 5 minutes 30 seconds left. And the Barbican is probably going to be going down here. We got Nesta Bee on the backline, though, doing some really nice damage there. But we can see the Prelates healing up all of these units. I think that's the... Oh, we got 4 Prelates left for Kim here. Going to be falling back for the time being. And a keep drop happening right next to the town centers here for Drongo. So he's managed to hold off. That probably wasn't a good fight for him earlier on. I mean, 5 Nesta Bees is an expensive investment to lose. I mean, how much do these guys cost? 300 wood, 300 gold each. That's a... Drongo, you're playing it risky there. Drongo. What are you doing? Come on. God, pulling it back just in time, it seems. Oh, it might be going down. Oh, that's a close one. Oh, manages to save it. Might be able to get a nice little volley off again. Not going to be doing that, however. I'm pulling 17 villagers forward now. Going onto the bear. Drongo, what are you doing? Don't you think that's a little bit risky with the keep right here as well? But we can see Kim gonna be keeping up this right-hand sacred site as well. And we're gonna have to see. I mean, I'm surprised we don't have any stone walls down over here. I feel like this is probably the easiest sacred site for Drongo to go for. As we can see, towers are being built here now as well. So maybe it does seem like Drongo wants to try and go for this left-hand side sacred site. It'd be the easiest one for him to go for. Maybe this right-hand side one, but then you do have the keep there as well. But maybe we just see him look to go for the front-facing one here. But I mean, not a huge mass out of Drongo, and we've only got 4 minutes left on the sacred timer. Drongo is playing it risky. We've got lots of production being dropped down now. 2 relics in for Drongo as well. So it's a nice little bit of gold income. But that's a lot of archery ranges. It's just going to be mass crossbow, right? Knight's going to be running in here. Drongo going to be losing quite a few villagers. We have arrow fire from the keep here helping out as well. Drongo just throwing away villagers right here. I mean, that's a bit of a shame to see, but, you know, when you've got a villager advantage like that, not a huge deal. But we do have the tower up for Drongo. We'll take a look at his perspective right now. And we can see, yeah, he's realized that there's nothing on this left-hand sacred site. So he's going to be moving his palace guard. Yeah, okay. So they're rallied all the way around to here. So he's going to try go for that left-hand sacred site. It's going to be really tricky to capture any of the others. You can see Drongo does know about that keep, despite the fog of war telling us he can't. And you can also see he sees this keep as well. So Kim really looking to keep up this right-hand sacred site. I mean, he could just try and look to burn down this outpost and get up a nice stone wall. I feel like that would be a lot nicer than investing into that keep, because you already do have one there. And then obviously there's nothing on this left-hand sacred site. I mean, you know, literally stone walls here for Kim. And it would be very tricky for Drongo to try and punish this. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. I mean, if a keep was up here for Kim, this sacred site would have been secured up for another 2 minutes, 40 seconds. I mean, these palace guard are taking their time. Drongo, you don't have time to be for them to be standing here. I mean, the mass growing still for Kim. Drongo, you need to send these guys now. I don't understand. What are you doing? What are you doing, Drongo? You need to start burning down this wall. But we can see the mass still growing for Kim here. I think he's preparing for an all-in here. I mean, he's really looking to build this mass on the front line here. He's got a trebuchet out as well, probably looking to try and take down that Barbican. And the sacred site looking to be captured here for Kim's sacred site. Might be actually denied here. I mean, we can see the keep does get stopped for the time being. Villagers going to be running out, standing on that sacred site, just buying time for the keep and the outpost. The outpost does have the Springald placement. And I think that sacred site is going to be held for the time being for Kim. Only 4 villagers remain. Going to be hopping back inside of that keep right there. Horsemen going to be arriving as well. And that sacred site is going to be captured up. But we can see Drongo is in. He's brought villagers with him. And the sacred site is very, very easily going to be captured. Okay, so Yeah, bit of a misplay there by Kim. I really feel like even some stone walls or just one keep here would have secured up the sacred site, and he probably would have got the win. We see 1 minute 45 seconds away, and that sacred site is going to be captured. But surprisingly, have a look at this. We've also got some trade coming up, but Kim just going to be walling off his trade right now. I mean, it's not very effective trade when you got the market here anyway. How much gold? Only 30, yeah, 32 gold. Oh, that's not pretty at all. But we see Kim going to be wrapping his army around. He might actually catch Drongo off guard here, but we have a keep coming down over here as well. I mean, if this keep goes down, Drongo might be able to fight underneath that pretty effectively. As, you know, horsemen aren't the best unit up against men-at-arms. They're not terrible, but yeah, definitely not the best unit. And Drongo looking to probably just run through the wall here. He'll be looking pretty safe. Ooh, unless we've got some body blocks coming in. Kim, he's going to be able to do a little bit of damage there, but the majority of the palace guard just going to be running back through the walls there. But yeah, good job by Drongo there, identifying that this left-hand sacred site was going to be the easiest to take out. And this is a bit of an overlook that most people do. Most people are just like, okay, sacred site timer, where's the closest sacred site? Okay, it's the middle one. We're going to go for that. And most people just put all their effort into this central sacred site. But, you know, having this keep up and the whole mass here, it's very tricky to push onto that sacred site. So I really like what Drongo did here, pushing onto that left-hand sacred site. And now the age up going to be coming through behind this as well. Where is that landmark? There it is. It's going to be the Spirit Way. And when you've got an economy like this, look how many resources are being floated right now. Absolutely crazy amounts of resources right there. And Kim going to be still a while off aging up, and it looks like it's going to be another sacred. He really wants a sacred site win. I mean, this is what you needed earlier. And I would expect this time Kim to be properly securing these up. You know, get some proper stone walls down, get the keep down, capture up this sacred site again. We've got a prelate making their way over. And I mean, you really want to get up this keep over here as well. And, you know, finish those stone walls. I mean, if he had... Yeah, okay, so we've got proper stone walls coming up here as well. But, you know, at this point in time, Drongo is aging up. You know, or he's already aged up. And it looks like he could even go for the Great Wall Gatehouse soon as well. Stick it on the front line here. We do have the Imperial Palace here as well. So Drongo's got some really nice vision right there. You can see everything that's going on around here. He's also got Imperial spies as well, so he will know that Kim is trying to trade. But I mean, 32 gold. Oh, that doesn't feel too good. I mean, these guys are pretty expensive for 32 gold a trip. I mean, if you're going to have trade, at least put the market here. But it does seem like Kim wants to break through this little palisade wall. Probably looking to build a market down here, I would expect. But we're going to have to see. I mean, the mass still looking pretty decent here for Kim. But Drongo's grabs all of his upgrades at this point in time. We do see all of the palace guard here. He's in the Yuan dynasty, so it does still provide him that extra movement speed on those guys. Maybe we do see the Great Wall Gatehouse. I mean, it's always nice to have that plus 10% health on these guys. But I mean, the movement speed also is a great help as well. Sacred Site still not being captured up here. I mean, he had the prelate making their way over, but Drongo now looking to take an engagement here. I mean, is this a fight he wants to be taking? I don't think so. That's a lot of... what is going on here? Drongo deleting the wall? What? Drongo, what are you doing? Or was that the trebuchets? That might have been the trebuchets, but that felt like a delete. I didn't see the walls that low on health. And this isn't looking too good for Drongo. I mean, the bomb bug going to be taken out there. All of the Nesta bees going to be going down. What is the play here from Drongo? I mean, he would have had a really nice position just sitting back here on his wall. Going to be getting walls up in time, though. I mean, is he going to be able to... might not be able to get it up in time. Barbican's still here. Not grabbed the cannon emplacement quite yet. Maybe you do want to grab that upgrade. But, I mean, the trebuchets are going to be taking that down. Still no sacred site timer yet for Kim. I mean, he had a prelate making their way over. I'm not exactly sure where that's gone. We can see still 32 villager trader trades. And still no market over here. Where's that wolf heading to? And Trebuchet's looking to take down that Barbican again. I mean, it's so nice for the Chinese to be able to build walls faster. I mean, any other civilization, I feel like Kim could have just run through and burnt down that wall with pretty, you know, relatively easy. But Yeah, the wall's going to be trying to be burnt down yet again. More siege being dropped on the back line for Kim. More upgrades coming in for Drongo as well. Elite army tactics. So that's a really nice upgrade. I mean, this upgrade is so huge if you think about it. Like 20% extra attack and health. I mean, that is huge. That is huge, huge, huge. So going to be really nice for Drongo there with the Palace Guard. Those Palace Guard are going to be super, super buff. And he's also got some Chukanu in there as well. Chukanu, when they die, do provide that healing buff. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, these guys are more of like a suicide unit. If your units are looking a little bit unhealthy here, just click Chukanu, delete it. It'll help heal up all of your units. But again, not a great fight for Drongo. Drongo really just... I mean, he's got the better eco, but that's not going to last forever. Because Kim, he's got the relics in the bank. Sacred Site's going to be captured up yet again. 10 minutes on the clock. And Kim's starting to catch up with the villagers. And I mean, the whole point of the Chinese is you're meant to make use of your villager lead at the time you get it. But you don't really want your opponents to catch up with you. But the Chinese still obviously a very good late game civ with all of their bonuses. So still going to be looking pretty decent, but the timing isn't going to be looking quite as good as it was looking earlier. And we've also got 2 mangonels out here as well. I mean, yeah, mangonels are really what you need here when if you Kim, just to get that extra damage onto those Chukanu. Still lots of prelates out, surprisingly, for Kim as well. I like how he's continuously remembering to make these guys, looking to just heal everything up. Lots of lance connects here as well. 32 of those guys. Horsemen going to be running in, trying to take out the bombard right there. Barbican is down as well. We do still have the keep in the base here for Drongo, looking to grab his the arrows, incendiary arrows. Chukanu going to be doing a lot of damage now. So it looks to just be very heavy Chukanu plus Spearman. And I mean, is that really what you want to go up against when you're going up against Lance Connects and Men-at-Arms and Mangonels? I mean, yeah, this isn't looking too good for Drongo, I'm going to be honest. Despite him being an age ahead, I mean, the economy looking to catch up now for Kim. His mass is looking absolutely crazy. The siege mass is just overwhelming right now. And we've got the Sacred Site victory behind this as well. Kim in a commanding position right now, and we can see not looking to age up at all. But I don't think he needs to. I mean, he's just looking so strong here with a keep drop coming in now as well in the base. Wow, Drongo is going to be in some trouble here. I mean, he's not got a lot of production out when it comes to the melee units. All of his barracks are at the front here, and those guys are going to be taken out very quickly. We see Drongo's keep already looking to be burnt down right here. That's not going to be too good for him at all. Only 2 trebuchets out at the moment for Kim, but they're doing so much damage. And that keep is looking to get up now as well. Kim does need to move his army out of the way. We see 13 villagers there looking to try and get up that keep. There we go. Finally going to be built right there. But a bombard out for Drongo. If he gets a nice shot off onto this keep, it might be a one-shot. We can see just going to not going to be looking to try and get that shot off. And that keep is going to be going down. Now the production is under trouble. Drongo, you're going to be in some trouble, my friend. I mean, this is probably still the easiest sacred site to take. That keep's still not gone up from Kim. But yeah, that's like, I mean, if Drongo doesn't get taken out by the base here, I mean, the sacred site's going to be the next issue. So I really like what Kim's doing here, looking to just put as much pressure onto Drongo as he possibly can, buy as much time for the sacred site. And even if he doesn't, you know, if he doesn't win with this push, he can still fall back onto this sacred site. Lots of mangonels. Another keep drop coming down from Kim. Kim's positioning right now looking so strong. 3 trebuchets out looking to try and take down the town center. Now it's going to be quite tricky to try and landmark snipe the Chinese. Obviously them having double landmarks is a bit of an issue. But we can see the Imperial Palace is going to be going down shortly. I mean, very close to the keeps right here. The Barbican already gone down. The town center looking to go down next. The Imperial Academy very close. And the Astronomical Clock Tower. I mean, the only landmark that is far away is the Spirit Way. And he could look to get down the Great Wall Gatehouse somewhere as well. So he's not going to be looking too bad when it comes to the landmarks, as long as he can keep one of them alive. But, I mean, yeah, lots of landmarks, lots of production going down here. And I mean, the mass for Drongo, I mean, Palace Guard up against this composition just really doesn't feel too good. Lots of hand cannons coming out from Drongo, though. These guys are going to be doing very well. You just got to have a good front line. And we can see all of the siege for Drongo being taken out right there. Really good micro by Kim, looking to take out all of those Springles. And the thing is, Kim can just pull back if he needs to. He's got 2 keeps up. No emplacements through yet. I'm surprised that Kim doesn't grab the Springled emplacements even. You may as well. But we see Landmark victory approaching, 3 out of 6. And we've got the Sacred Site victory approaching as well. Drongo's eco is still ahead. And I mean, his mass is starting to grow. The hand cannoneer is looking very strong here. He just needs to keep a gun in front. That is a ton of damage right there. Oh, Drongo. Oh, that is terrible. That's a lot. I mean, ooh. Yeah, that's not pretty at all. You know, send this monk over. Get this monk over here right now. He needs to do some healing. But Kim just looking in such a good position right now. I mean, 2 keeps up on the front line here. He might want to even push forwards with another. He's got already 500 stone in the bank. He may as well get another 300 and really secure up this position. You know, getting a keep drop down right here would be pretty much a good game for Drongo. I mean, all of his production is here on the front line. And it would really be, you know, then it would just plow through the economy of Drongo. And I also see another big issue coming through soon. Only 500 gold left on this large gold mine. Drongo's going to be at a bit of a pickle when it comes to the gold. Sure, he's floating 2,000 gold, but when you're investing this heavily into hand cannoneers, that's really not going to be too pretty. And we see lots of Kim, what are you doing? Kim, God, this is what is going on this game? Kim, you're down to 47 villagers. What was the plan? What was the plan? He's still got 4 minutes left on the Sacred Site, but you're sacrificing that much eco when you're up against the Chinese, who you know they're going to have a large amount of villagers. That he didn't even have enough gold stone in the bank for a keep drop. What is going on, Kim? Oh no, and the mass for Kim really not looking too decent now. I mean, he sort of just lost everything by doing that. He overextended way too heavily right there. We do still have 3 minutes 30 seconds left on the sacred timer, and I feel like it's going to be quite tricky for Drongo. We've got boiling oil in on these keeps as well, which means it's going to take a long time for Drongo to try and push through these 2 keeps, and then he's going to have to push through this keep as well, and all of the mass that Kim is going to be able to remass in that time. But again, I think Drongo's best chance is to push forwards onto this right-hand side sacred site. That keep still is not up, and Drongo knows about this. He's got the tower over here. I mean, if I was Kim, you know, just please get up the keep. I mean, it'll be absolutely huge with boiling oil in on 2 keeps here with the sprinkled emplacements. You should be able to hold it. But 3 minutes left on the sacred site timer. This left-hand sacred site is definitely going to be captured up. It's way too far for Drongo to go. Stone walls are up. A keep is up as well. There's villagers here to repair as well. This forward sacred site is going to be very tricky as well. We've got 2 keeps up still on the front line. Drongo looking to... He's not even training bombards. He's got he's got a trebuchet here and another one in the queue as well. He'll be starting to siege down these keeps, but 2.5 minutes is not going to be enough to siege down all 3 keeps and deal with the mass from Kim. And it looks like he's just going to be moving his whole army over to the right hand side. I mean, interesting choice by Kim. We see he's pulled villagers over here for this keep as well. I mean, if he's looking to try and burn down this outpost. If the outpost goes down, that's going to be some stone walls up for Kim. But I mean, he's kind of keeping himself a little bit you know, he needs to make sure he keeps the central sacred site. No stone walls up over here. Sure, he's got the 3 keeps, but I mean, Drongo can just pull a load of palace guard and sit them on top of this sacred site on this side, and that boiling oil will not be affecting that at all. And it looks like Kim's just a little bit uncertain right now, but it looks like, yeah, he's not exactly sure where he wants to move his mass. We see that outpost is going to be going down, and it looks like, yeah, Drongo, he realizes that this right-hand side sacred site is going to be the way. But 1 minute 40 left. Drongo needs to push forward now. We got a trebuchet, a load of palace guard, and a load of Chukanu on the way. And Kim's moved at the wrong time here. Drongo's looking to push on 2 fronts right now. This is the distraction. This is the distraction for this army over here. Drongo, look at... that's going to be some boiling oil, though. Drongo, keep away from the keep. That's so much damage onto those Chukanu. This is going to be a tight one. We got... I mean, we do have the healing coming through whenever a Chukanu dies as well. but we got Springles from all of the keeps here. Boiling oil in as well. I think the Sacred's... I mean, it's going to be a close one. The Horseman coming in as well. I think Drongo gets it. 1 minute, 20 seconds. I mean, the Sacred sites in this game have been absolutely wild. Oh, he gets it. He gets it. Wow. I mean, all Kim needed to do was take out this outpost and get up a stone wall. And I mean, the Sacred site gets denied, and now Drongo, he's pushed back the keeps. He's looking in such a good position right now. And I mean, Kim threw away so much eco at the front, you know, at that like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago when he pulled like 30 villagers into the base of Drongo. Absolutely crazy stuff, and his economy behind this just really isn't that good. I don't think he's going to be able to go for another Sacred site. He's pulling, we see, making more prelates that probably rallied over here to this Sacred site. But I feel like, you know, it's a stone wall. Stone walls are so important. They buy so much time because, you know, if he saw the army coming, Kim could have repositioned his mass over here, and he probably would have got off that Sacred site twice this game. Kim unfortunately doesn't get off the Sacred site victory, but Drongo's mass really looking to grow now. He's got 3 trebuchets out, 4 Springles, and now looking to just go very heavy on the Chukanu plus Palace Guard. And he's also still got some hand cannoneers in there as well. But a big problem for Drongo is he's got no gold whatsoever. I mean, literally no gold. He's got the Imperial officials out. They're going to be providing a little bit of gold. 2 relics as well. And now Kim looking to push in on the right hand side, but the mass for Drongo looking very, very good. And it looks like Kim's just going to be falling back for the time being. But mangonels, ooh, that's a lot of damage. Landsknecht's going to be moving in as well. So much damage being done by them. But these are an expensive unit up against a very cheap unit. But obviously, Chukanu still do cost gold. We see there 30 gold, and Drongo still has no gold. I mean, the only gold left on the map is down here, and there's actually still a lot of gold left on that. But it's not going to be as hard for the Holy Roman Empire player to get gold when you've had 3 Sacred sites the whole game, when you've got 3 relics in the bank as well in the Regnant's Cathedral. I mean, gold, yeah, really isn't that much of a big issue. Whereas for Drongo, that is going to be a big issue coming up. We've got Springles here. I mean, lots of Springles in for Drongo. Are these Clock Tower? We got a couple Clock Tower Clock Tower Springles in there, and they're really looking to push back Kim here. And I've got to say, Kim, I mean, the remass just isn't coming through that quickly. And that really comes down to not producing a villager for the majority of the game. I mean, oh yeah, not looking too good for him at all. Still not producing villagers. He's still in age 3 as well. I mean, you could have aged up a while ago, gone up with the Palace of Swabia, and he may have recovered in villagers, and he would still have a pretty decent position because he's got the map control right now. And map control is really important when it comes to gold. You know, obviously Drongo not having any gold at the moment is quite a big deal for him. And there we go. Good game is going to get called. And I really do feel like that comes down to Kim not aging and not securing up those Sacred sites. So there we go. If you did enjoy this, guys, please do feel free to leave a like. And I'll catch you guys later for hopefully some more Drongo games. You guys seem to be loving these, so I'll keep them coming.